Welcome to Microsoft Excel. We are looking at the power of spreadsheets. And at the moment we have our little spreadsheet. We've got some names with their test marks and their names down here. And we've got a formula, and the formula is basically the average, which is the B2 plus C2 plus D2 divided by 3. But let's say we wanted to get this to be a little bit more interesting, and what else can we do with formulas? So first you come and delete the answers and the formulas. So simply click on the first one, click down to the last one to highlight them all and press delete. And let's say we want to make this last one, it's not just a test, this is actually an exam. I click on it and write the word exam there. Now the formula is going to be slightly different now, because we'd actually like the formula to be that test 1 counts say 20%, test 2 30%, and test 3 the exam 50%. So again, if you're starting a formula, you always begin with an equal sign. It indicates that it's a formula, and we are going to create a formula. Now we need to remember the basics of BODMAS, which means that brackets is first, and then it's your divide, multiply, and then you add and subtract. So we're going to open with brackets and say I want the first cell, which is B2, and this test counted only 20%. So multiply, the multiply sign in Excel is your asterisk or your star multiplied by 0.2. Then I would like to add to that, so just press add, open my brackets, the next one, which is test 2. So I selected it's cell C2, and this one counts 30%, so multiply by 0.3, close the brackets there, and then finally open the brackets one more time for my exam mark, and this is cell D2, and it counts 0.5 or 50%. So there I've got a bit more of an involved formula, so I can actually see what each of them counts. Press enter, and it has worked out the mark for that student as 72. And as I said earlier, if you want to now copy that formula all the way down, move your mouse pointer until it's that little crosshairs, and click, hold, and drag down, and it will calculate it automatically for you, all of their marks. So if I click on any one, you can see that is a little bit more involved, a slightly better formula. So we can do all sorts of fun things with formulas. You can get as involved as you like. You can extend them, you can do anything, and at this point it's worth noting that sometimes you end up with really long numbers and maybe you don't want it to be 72.2 or 72.23. Let's have a quick look at what you can also do with formatting. So at the moment everything is formatted just as a general. If you look up here, it says it's general, but let's say I want to format these in a specific way. Click on the top and choose, well, this is actually a number, so I would like to choose that this must be formatted as a number, and immediately it's now formatted as 72.20. You can reduce the decimal points in it by clicking and telling it how many decimal points you want. So if we click that way, it's giving us more decimal points. If you click this way, it's giving you less decimal points. So you could essentially say, well, I actually want it to be with no decimal points, and now it's showing it as a whole number. So you can format to have these in any sort of way you like. You can have them as percents, obviously that's going to be slightly different, etc. So that is using our formulas, slightly more interesting formulas, and some basic formatting of the numbers to make them look a little bit more interesting.